Hey guys, what's going on? Sherman here. And I wanted to do this kind of a quick little video. I know that was better to do. I thought this topic was kind of interesting. And I don't do a whole lot of these videos just talking about one specific subject involving knives. So like I said, I had nothing else better to do. I thought I'd go ahead. It's about to storm outside, so like I said, I had nothing else better to do. But I wanted to talk about the KVT and IKBS ball bearing systems for a little bit. And give you guys my views on it. Because there's been a topic, or a talking point for a while that piqued my interest. And it's people talking about the fact that IKBS and KVT and the ball bearing pivot systems are overrated and gimmicky, and you don't need them for a knife to be smooth. Knives can be just as smooth, if not smoother, with frosted bronze washers or Teflon washers. Alright, here's my views on that. Where, yes, I've had a lot of knives that were very, very smooth, just as smooth as my ZT-0560 that had frosted bronze washers. And a lot of other knives are, Chris Reeve Sebenzas, Hinder XM18s. A lot of other production knives, full production knives. The thing is, knives can be, but it's very, very tricky to nail it. There are a lot of things that go into making a knife smooth. And a lot of companies just can't nail it, And not so much that, they can vary from model of knife to model. Or even from one knife of the same model to the next. It just depends, If the screws are on too tight, if the tolerances are too tight, if the tolerances are not tight enough, if they use a different lubricant, if the pivot's just, if the pivot bolt is the wrong size, if, depends on the coating of the blade, just there's a lot of differentials that go into making a knife smooth. So, yes, knives can be as smooth as IKBS and KVT that have phosphor bronze washers or Teflon washers, but it's such a hit or miss, and even the things that aren't hit or miss, there are a lot of extra steps the company would have to go through to do it. And that costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money in man hours, which is going to jack the price of the knife way up. The more man hours you put into it, the higher the price is going to be. The more machines you have to take it to, the more people you have to take the knife to get certain things done to it, the more they're going to have to, charge for the knife. IKBS and KVT and all the other ball bearing systems, they're not hit or miss. They take that 50-50 out of the equation because just the way they're designed to do their job. They're designed to make the knife as smooth as possible without fail, basically. Now, I'm not saying, I haven't owned, several ball bearing, pivot knives. But every one that I've handled and every one that people have had say that they're all very, very smooth. And that's just because of the way they're designed. They have the little bitty ball bearings, stainless steel. So you have these very smooth balls, and the blade is riding against just a very, 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 very small portion of that one ball. So the smaller surface area you have, the less guesswork is taken out of the equation, I guess you can say. Because it is such a small surface, there's not a lot to get caught up on. You don't have to worry about a lot of the dust in the pivot. All the little variables that come into play are kind of taken out of the equation with ball bearing systems. In my personal opinion, a lot of that is just based on experience, and some of it's based on opinion. But I think it would be more cost effective for a lot of companies to start going to IKBS or KVT or even their own form of ball bearing system. Because, like I said, it takes a lot of that guesswork out of it, and you always get a smooth knife, and it takes less machining. It takes less, like I was just talking about, from person to person in the factory to get it right, which I believe would take the cost of the knife down over time. So I could be completely wrong, but I don't think IKBS and KVT are overrated at all, and I don't think they're gimmicky. Knives can be smoother or just as smooth without them, but the thing is that not a lot of companies want to go through that extra trouble, or maybe don't have the ability to do it because of a certain design. So just my 2 cents worth on the ball bearing systems. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'd love to hear what you think about them in the comments box. Alright guys, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay sharp, and God bless. Sherman 614. Peace.